Joining me now, Velshi, MSNBC chief correspondent and host of Velshi Weekends at 10 a.m. on MSNBC, and Susan Del Percio, Republican strategist and MSNBC political analyst, and more importantly, both my friends. I'm going to start with you, Ali. I know you guys had a chance to listen to that conversation.
I took notes. I've never taken a note on an interview in my life, but that was so much to keep up with there.
What did you take?
Well, I think there are a few things. One is that there was some talk about George M. Johnson, who wrote...
I will note that Ms. Justice did not know his name. She knew all sorts of things about...
She liked to say the word dildo and said that a lot. But the fact is, George M. Johnson, this is a book about George M. Johnson. Some of these books are autobiographical, some of them are not. Some of the key books that have been banned, Lori Halse Anderson's Speak, Perks of Being a Wallflower, by Stephen Chbosky.
My kids read them.
They have similar themes in them. Some of them are sexual, some of them are not, but they are experiential. They're real books. And kids see themselves in these books, number one, and that does save lives. Yeah. So when your guest says when a child has been raped, we should do a lot better than a book, sometimes the book is the lifesaver, number one. Number two, how about all those kids who haven't been raped? How about those of us who don't grow up with these experiences in black households, in poor households, in Hispanic households, in gay relationships? These are the way in which we tell people's stories, right? You learn other people's stories. We started the book club because of 1619 Project, because people just objected to this idea that this new date that had been introduced by Nicole Hannah-Jones somehow obscured or blanked out what they thought their history was. Yeah. To most thinking humans, it's just another data point. So this idea that these books are just pushed back because people don't want this idea of learning other people's stories to be out there. It's disingenuous to call it all about sex. Kids know all about sex. Kids have always known all about sex. In fact, if there's anything to do, it's to do a better job ensuring that kids get proper sex education. That's because right. the correlation is direct. If kids get proper sex education, they have safer sex lives. They don't get pregnant as early. Yeah. Things like that happen. So I think this was, I'm grateful you had the conversation, but the folks who are banning books are misguided.
And the thing about it is, I never got an answer to what I think is the fundamental question, right? Is if she agreed with me, Ms. Justice did agree with me that black parents and LGBTQ parents and parents of LGBTQ kids and Asian American parents all have parental rights. But she didn't answer why 13 people get to make the decision about what those parents' kids can watch. Because they're not just making decisions about their own. I handed her the opt-out form. They could easily fight to say, I don't want my kids taking books out of the library, but you let your kids take out what they want.
And that, I thought, was so powerful, Joy, because it is about, if you don't want your children being able to take out those books, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have a right to tell everybody else what they can and cannot read. And that's really what was so shocking to me, is how she really wouldn't even address that issue. Because what's a library for if not to learn? Yeah. Whether it's to learn about something maybe an individual's going through or what others have gone through.
Right. To develop empathy.
To develop empathy, right. to learn.
And the thing about it is that she was saying, well, buy the book. Well, first of all, that's imposing a tax on people who don't have the income.
A lot of parents cannot afford to buy the number of books that you need to buy.
But to be fair, this one point is that we do elect people. We do have people at school boards. There are communities that do get to decide certain things for the school.
But you have experts that can
I agree, and that's the point that you brought up. I'm not so hooked on that there's a small group of people implementing policy as much as I am that they're not adequately prepared or
and that they're ideological. I think the other issue I have is that they're firmly ideological. And
because it's about what they want you to read. And I think you guys talked about it. It wasn't just about sex. It's about, do you want to learn history? Do you want to use African-American history? Do you want to learn about the Holocaust? They don't want certain things in their kids' lives. They
and
don't
in any kid's life.
But they don't want it to enter.
Yeah.
And the point is that it's supposed to be there. You want to try and shelter your kid all you want, opt out or homeschool.
Yes.
But do not do this.
Well, you can also just choose to not have your kid take the book out. Librarians tell me this all the time. Most librarians have master's degrees, first of all. They're very sophisticated at this. And librarians themselves have said to me about this, please don't give me this power. Do not give. I am the state. For all intents and purposes, your school library and your public library is the state. And the school is the state. do not give the state the power. Let's just take a very ideologically conservative view of this thing, which most of these book banners are. The state doesn't get to decide what your child reads. You get to decide what your child reads. So when you ban books, you have given the state the right to decide what your child reads. That's dangerous.
And also, I think you've taken away kind of the joy. I mean, I can remember my mom unleashing my sister, brother, and I in the library, where we could take any book we wanted. The power we felt of being able to come with this big stack of books that she didn't have the money to buy and that she didn't have to buy. And then we could turn them back in, and we had the responsibility of filling out the little thing to say it was ours for that little short period of time. That's a power you're giving kids. They're not just going after the libraries in schools. They're going after libraries too.
They absolutely are.
They're taking that joy
in North
of
Dakota,
discovery
they're
away.
going after children's sections. You know, my parents grew up in apartheid South Africa. And one of the first things my dad did after one of my first Velshi banned book clubs is he said until he left South Africa at the age of 25, he didn't know there were public libraries.
There you go.
Because they were controlling who read what.
Who read what. And that is the power that these small group of people think that they can take from everyone else.